Okay, this is a Capricorn Oracle card reading for the month of December. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy right now. So, I'm not all there. And it's kind of cold outside, so it makes me more sleepy. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's not going to fit everybody. Might fit most of you, but it's not going to fit everybody. Also keep in mind that you could be going through different stages in life, so this may have applied a few months prior, and this might apply a few months later on. And also keep in mind that not all, one sign in the zodiac has like all positive people, and another one has all negative people. Every sign's got negative and positive people. And I think that most people are positive, but every now and then we do something not nice, a little shitty, something we might want to humble ourselves and apologize for. So, the energy may apply to you differently than it does another Capricorn. And I'm going to be trying to only pull out 4 cards from now on, mostly because it's just too time-consuming doing what I was doing before, where sometimes 16 cards were coming out, and I'm like, okay. So, I'm going to try to narrow it down to 4, but so far I haven't been able to do that because the universe will pop out 2 cards when I'm trying to pull out 1. Like here, I was trying to pull out the 3rd card, and 2 of them came out, and I'm like, okay, universe, I guess we're doing 5. Well, the first card that came out was the High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, Consideration. To me, this card just is the ultimate self-love card. It's meaning to learn to treat yourself with love and consideration as you do others. And maybe you're one of those that are more in line with your ego, then the card would be telling you that it's time to give others reverence and kindness and consideration too, because that's where real self-love really is. It's a balance. It's not just all about self, and it's not all about giving to others and not yourself. It's about a balance and being able to give to others as well as yourself. Some people give too much and they forget to give to themselves, and some people expect people to give them so much because they lack self-love for themselves, so they're expecting everybody else to sort of be their fuel, to be what makes them feel like I'm good enough or I'm worthy enough, and then all the while they're kind of treating other people shitty. So even if you're more aligned with your ego, and even if you're not, either way, the card is saying, get in touch with that self-love. Because even if you're more entwined with your ego, you're likely not somebody who gives yourself self-love either. You likely more than, you depend on others to be able to fuel you with that feel-good feeling of I'm good and worthy enough. All the while you're depleting them by not giving back love. So you yourself are depleted and you're depleting others. So you might want to learn to be at balance with yourself, to learn to love yourself so we're not taking out so much from others. And you'll be at a balance to where there can be an exchange of love with you and others. You both give rather than a give and take. And some people I know, you overgive and you're not in balance with self-love at all. You don't know to give to yourself. Now, sometimes the card can mean that you already are aligned with self-love, and it can mean that I'm picking more of a feeling, though, is that you're starting to learn, like you're trying to learn this, like you don't know how to do this, but you're trying right now. Maybe you didn't try before. And the second card that picked up, came out, was the Sacred Union, Partnership, Romance. What's weird, though, is it came upside down, and I don't usually read them upside down, but I'm kind of getting a feeling maybe I should start doing that. And I know, like, with the little book that comes with it, there's a significance difference if it comes right side up or upside down when it comes out. But I mostly just try to read it with my own intuition. You can read the book when you're using cards, but at the same time, you can also use your own intuition. Because, sometimes a symbol for you might be different than what it is for others. So, You may not have to go by the book. You may have to go just with your own intuition. That's what I do. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting a feeling I need to start paying attention when cards are coming upside down. And for me, personally, if something came upside down, I would think it's the opposite. You know, the opposite. Like, if it came right side up, I would think that this means you are meeting love. You are meeting someone you're going to love. You might be having a little crush, a little infatuation. Maybe you're feeling closer to the person you love. But if it's upside down, I don't know why. I just feel like I need to start paying attention to that. I would think that it might mean you're scared to love. Maybe you put up a wall or boundaries that are so high that nobody can achieve to actually, you know, get close to you. And maybe you're putting up so many boundaries with your lover, if you're with somebody right now, that they can't even get close to your heart. Maybe you've got so many rules and regulations that it's kind of killing the relationship. You know, if it doesn't fit you and that doesn't apply, then just ignore it. But kind of getting a feeling I need to start paying attention when they come upside down. So if what I said about it coming upside down doesn't work for you and it does make sense, then just ignore it. But what I was saying about it being right side up, if that makes sense, then, you know, take that. If that doesn't make sense, then don't take that. It's a general reading, so I can't exactly give you any personal details. I'd have to do a personal reading to do that. But yeah. So it came upside down, so I'm going to start reading them when they come upside down like that. But yeah, so I would think that likely you're blocking love, or maybe, honestly, because I personally am not like this. I'm a very laid-back, chill person, but I have noticed, like, in some relationships, the women, sometimes they have so many rules and regulations, and so do sometimes the men, that they end up killing the relationship. Like, when they have children, the mother sometimes takes so much control in raising the children that she doesn't even let the dad play with them, and she's got so many rules and regulations of what he can and cannot do with the kids that it ends up killing the relationship with they could have with the kids too, and it ends up killing their relationship between each other because they're not working as partners. She is working as a person who's in control of everything, like she's the boss. Rather than be in a partnership with her man to both be the parent. And sometimes it could be the other way around. You know, sometimes there's guys that they're flirting with all these women, but they have such high expectations for their girlfriend or wife. She's not allowed to flirt with other men. She's not allowed to look at them. She's not nothing. No other men. You know, so there it goes again with control and killing the relationship, because he's sitting there flirting around with all these women, yet he expects her not to flirt with men. You know, so it's you know, it's a really good way to make a gal feel like, maybe I should be leaving this relationship, because if he thinks he can flirt with all these women, and he's suspicious if I say hello to a man, you know, good morning, and accuses me of flirting, what is he doing that he's so suspicious, you know? So yeah, maybe there's just something you need to work on in yourself, whether you are a man or a woman, in order to bring your bond closer. You might be doing some things, or maybe you're walling people off. If it doesn't make sense to you, though, as I said, take what applies, and just, you know, what doesn't, just toss it out. Sorry, I am thirsty and I'm so tired, and my brain's just like, what's the next words to say? So I keep saying, because I'm like, there's other thing. Oh, damn. Well, the third card to come out was 2 cards, and this one is the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. And this is the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Now, this to me would mean there's a manipulator. Or you're feeling insecure because of a manipulator that was from your past. Or you are the manipulator. Like I said, you know, every sign in the zodiac has got positive, negative people. So, you know, I will acknowledge that this energy may apply differently to each of you. Like, some of you might be the manipulator, and you're insecure, you feel like you gotta control things. So you manipulate in order to try to, you know, keep things flowing in the way that you think it should be going. And sometimes you are being manipulated right now, and sometimes you've been manipulated in the past, and it leaves you feeling insecure. And for all I know, you may have been manipulated in the past, and it's caused you to be a manipulator. That insecurity of them manipulating you may have caused you to be insecure and manipulate as well. You know, things like that can happen. Now, if there is a manipulator in your life, I personally, this is just my opinion, okay, is to suggest, you know, get that person out of your life. I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do to help them. I know we can love people to pieces and wish that was enough to help, but there is nothing you can do to help them. They need to go seek some help in therapy to help themselves. If you are the manipulator, or maybe you're just feeling insecure because of the manipulator, I would definitely also suggest go seek help. This does not mean you're crazy, doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means that it's sometimes best to go get a professional to help you have tools to be more balanced or express emotions that you're uncertain how to do so. Like if you're the manipulator and it's a source of way of trying to keep things flowing in control of what you think should be happening. A therapist will help you have better tools in order to, you know, maybe help things keep with the flow going the way you wanted to, but also learning not to be so controlling and help you wind down a little bit and maybe not feel so tense like you have to manipulate to control everything all the time. You know, and that might be linked with this card here being upside down, the Lover card. You know, maybe is saying you need to go seek help so you can bring down these walls and perhaps get a little self-love. And now the card that came with the manipulator card. This card to me just means a shock. Something happens that you just do not expect to happen. Now, what is that? I don't know. But it can be a physical manifestation. It could also be an inward manifestation, like learning you have strength that you didn't know you had. Learning to gain knowledge that you didn't believe you were capable of learning. Learning to stand on your own when you didn't believe you could. And it also can be a physical manifestation, like you think, I'll never get that much money in my paycheck, or I'll never be able to afford that home that I want, or I'll never, you know, and then something just happens where you're like, wait, what? You mean all those you nevers I've been saying is actually happening? So, you know, it can be a physical manifestation, but also can be something inward. But it's something that will surprise you and kind of shock you. Kind of like a lightning strike. You never really expect or know where it's going to strike. But when it does, it's very powerful and it's very beautiful. I don't know if everybody else sees lightning that way, but I live in a state where we definitely get some storms. You know, so I've been out there and I'll just watch the lightning striking through the sky, and I gotta say, it is so beautiful, and it is unpredictable when it's going to strike, but it's so beautiful. It surprises you every time. So just think of whatever's going to manifest being like that, being like lightning. It'll just manifest, and you'll be like, whoa, I did not see that coming, but it's beautiful. So, you know, maybe you'll be able to work through this manipulator stuff. Maybe you'll find the strength to let go of the manipulator. Maybe you'll find the strength to let go of the insecurities. Maybe you'll find the strength to try to be a better version of yourself. And here's the fourth card. The last card's blah, blah, tired. Trying to speak. Resurrection, surrender to change. I think the card is pretty much just very blatant in what it means. Surrender to the change. Resurrection being something that's like a new life, a new opportunity, a chance to grow and do better for yourself and for your life. Surrender to that change. Sometimes we don't know what's on the other side of that change. Sometimes we don't know if it's going to lead us to what we want, but it is going to lead us to something good. So you got to trust that change and surrender to it. It's a new life. It's good for you. Likely more prosperous. Something that makes you more happy in your soul. So yeah, that's the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If not though, I still flash the cards and I let you use your own intuition of what you feel you think it means. Oh wait, yep, that one came upside down. My bad. Forgot about that. So I'm going to start doing that now. Doing things up. If it comes out upside down, I'm going to do it upside down. And I'm just going to use my own intuition, what I feel it means by being upside down. Kind of like how I do everything else so far. Alright, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening. Goodbye now.